Ever dreamed of driving along the cliffs that overlook the Pacific with the windows down, or wanted to travel the historic Oregon Trail in a car instead of on a computer? Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the top 10 must-see scenic routes on a Trans-America road trip. Yeah, you heard it right. Number 10, the loneliest road, Nevada. True to its nickname, US Highway 50 becomes a rather isolated stretch of road when it passes through Nevada, but there's also something awe-inspiring about the barren landscape. There's a curious absence of civilization, which is hard to come by in modern America. For a good few hundred miles of road, you'll encounter little else but seemingly endless valleys, distant mountains, and rugged plant life that toughs it out in this dry, rocky environment. Whether you're seeking solitude or simply a unique driving experience, Nevada's loneliest road is the answer. Just make sure to gas up whenever you enter one of the few small towns along the way. Number 9, Old Mine Road, New Jersey. On the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey, the mighty Delaware River cuts its way through the Appalachian Mountains. Around it, there is a 70,000-acre area, a protected national recreation area called the Delaware Water Gap. Though you could easily spend an entire vacation in this natural northeastern gem, the scenic drive alone is stunning. This route has got a lot of history behind it. The portion of it known as the Old Mine Road was first constructed way back in the 17th century, and signs of the area's rich history can be seen all along the drive. Add to that the fall colors, scenic points, and waterfalls, and you've got one enchanting drive. Number 8, Kankomagus Highway, New Hampshire. Speaking of good places to take in the colors of fall, you're hard-pressed to find a more beautiful display of radiant foliage than on this iconic scenic New Hampshire drive. Stretching for almost 35 miles along Route 12, Kankomagus Highway is a long, winding breath of fresh air that carries you through the beautiful White Mountains National Forest. In addition to the red, yellow, and orange leaves, you'll be treated to views of the Rocky Gorge, the Swift River, various waterfalls, and of course, the ever-impressive White Mountains. For these 34.5 miles, you'll be seeing and breathing in nature at its purest. Number 7, Million Dollar Highway, Colorado. Don't worry, this drive isn't going to cost you a small fortune, but the views it offers are certainly worth $1 million. Running for 25 miles through the western Colorado, this famous stretch of the US Route 550 is not for the faint of heart. For roughly 12 miles, it passes through Uncompahgre Gorge and the Red Mountain Pass and features tight turns, narrow lanes, and no guardrails. But the views that it offers up are unlike any other, and considering large RVs regularly navigate the route, you can surely manage in a car. Take your time and drive carefully. After all, on a road trip, it's the journey and not the destination that matters. Number 6, the High Road to Taos, New Mexico. The scenic byway runs for 56 miles from Santa Fe and Taos and offers up an eclectic sampling of New Mexico's beautiful scenery and rural environs. The ever-changing landscape will take you past mountainous terrain, deserts, forests, and wind-swept hoodoos, which are skinny rock spires. Throughout the drive, you'll find yourself passing through a number of small towns steeped in local, traditional culture, each offering something unique for the road tripper with extra time to stop and visit. Historic adobe houses, local lights, and traditional handcrafts abound. This is a slice of America that you need to visit to understand and fully appreciate. Number 5, Route 66, Illinois to California. Once a major artery cutting across America and one of the very first highways in the country, this historic road has been retired from the official US highway system in favor of modern alternatives. But historic Route 66 hasn't lost any of its famed charms, and is a sort of drive that every serious road tripper owes it to themselves to embark upon at least once in their lives. Running from Chicago to California and covering up a whopping 2,448 miles, historic Route 66 doesn't need to be driven in its entirety to be appreciated. But the longer you can commit to it, the more charming retro attractions and different landscapes you'll be able to take in. Number 4, Blue Ridge Parkway, Virginia and North Carolina. This all-American road builds itself as America's favorite drive, and when you've driven it for yourself, it becomes hard to argue against that claim. Spanning from Afton, Virginia to Cherokee, North Carolina, this scenic drive along the mountainous spine of this region of the Appalachians connects to Shenandoah National Park and the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and takes you along through distinct geographical regions like Ridge, Plateau, and Highlands. Each offers something unique, meaning that you'll really want to commit to the whole 469 miles. Don't worry, with this much beauty on display, the chances of getting bored are slim to none. Number 3, Going to the Sun Road, Montana. With a name like that, you know that this drive is going to be a good one, but nothing can prepare you for this much beauty. Located in Glacier National Park, Going to the Sun Road takes you through some of the most ruggedly beautiful wilderness that America has to offer. The 50-mile stretch of road has been described as a marvel of engineering because really, it brings you to places that you shouldn't reasonably be able to travel to by car. As you wind through the Rocky Mountains, you'll take in one breathtaking vista after another. This is another tricky road to navigate, but with so much to take in, you'll want to take it nice and slow anyways. Number 2. Overseas Highway, Florida. This drive is like few others, namely because very little of it is spent above dry land. The aptly named Overseas Highway is an all-American road that stretches 107 miles from Miami to Key West. Partially constructed using the defunct Overseas Railroad, this unique drive takes road trippers over the open ocean, through tropical savannas and above a stunning coral reef. With places to stop, stretch your legs, and explore the various keys along the drive, the Overseas Highway is a road trip unto itself, and one that really needs to be experienced to be understood. Number 1. Pacific Coast Highway, California, Oregon, and Washington. You haven't truly driven across America until you've also driven up or down its west coast. The Pacific Coast Highway is not only breathtaking, but it carries you through and by so many towns, cities, beaches, and parks that you want to dedicate to a serious chunk of time to ensure that you do it right. Load up the camping gear and you'll find yourself lulled to sleep by the sweet sounds of ocean waves at one of the many campgrounds. Of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't single out California's Big Sur in particular, which even by the East Coast Highway standards is next level in terms of beauty. And on that note, happy driving. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.